Bracket Yahweh, Bracket Yahushai, Bracket Yahweh, Bracket Yahushai, Bracket Yahweh, Bracket Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Chakudash. The blessings of the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there. You Akim, to Sadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the priest Shaman with it. And then transit, okay? And this week's transit is going to be entitled The Famine of the Word. And what inspired this lesson is a fact. Well, first of all, scriptures Amos 8:11 is a classic go-to scripture when dealing with this topic. When the Lord's saying, you know, He'll bring a famine in the land, all right? Not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Most High, right? And okay, that's the book of Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Now, what inspired this lesson? Well, my main channel, GMS Overdrive 144, all right, got a strike, and it's been over a month. I got my second strike. Has been over a month, and I still can't upload. Now, typically it's supposed to be, I think, 2 weeks. They tell you, but now they're just. I'm trying to upload, and they're still just not letting me rock. You know, and it goes to show you, like, at any point, strike or no strike, they could just say, look, you can't upload anymore. So there's gonna come a point in time wherein the topics that we speak about are gonna be so relevant, very similar to when they was giving out the stabby stab. Okay. Anything, the algorithms, anytime you mention that word that start with a C and end with a D and rhyme with rovid, all right, you will shut down. I mean, like, even now they still got the algorithm scouring and deleting videos from that year. So there's gonna come a point in time, all right, when that RFID microchip is so prevalent, all the things that we're talking about is so prevalent that the moment the algorithms hear even anything close to that, all right, guess what they're gonna do? All right, they're gonna not even let you upload. They're gonna suspend your channel, and the gates of mercy, okay, are closing. All right, well, that's what people don't understand. You know, the gates of mercy are closing, just like in the days of Noah, when eventually the ark was shut and nobody can get in. All right, the gates of mercy are closing, and this word that we speak, all right, is food. All right, the word comedy goes back to the word comida, right, which is food for thought. You ever heard that phrase? All right, or in the book of Proverbs, 21st chapter, when it tells you a man, when he wanders away from the way of a man that wandereth away from the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. What does that mean? He's dead from the neck up. All right, you ever see, like, actually in the world, when you have a hard time comprehending something, all right, somebody might say, what are you, brain dead? All right, as a challenge, meaning what, you can't understand this, you can't get it, okay? And it's the same thing. You have to give people understanding, all right? And Proverbs 4:7 tells you, well, all I get is get understanding. So what's the understanding you want to get? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, the law, statutes, commandments, and more importantly too, the prophecies, okay? Because when all hell breaks loose, there's gonna have a lot of people in the dark that are gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? All right, they're gonna be like just can't pretty much comprehend what the fuck is going on. The closest thing they're gonna probably do is relate it to a movie, all right, or whatever they see in a movie, because that's what they, you know, Hollywoods do predictive programming, and they program you a lot with these natural disasters and martial law film and race ride films, all right, to let you kind of act out how you see in the movie they acted out. That's how come when the Lord comes back, all right, with the chariots, the people's natural reaction is going to think this is an alien invasion, because this is what they've been told. Well, it is an invasion, okay? This is how we should react. We should attack. You know, that's just how they're going to naturally perceive things. And when you get even deeper, pursuant to the book of Revelations, not Revelations, the 13th chapter, 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, that's the Most High letting them do that, all right? Because in our custom, for one to go to war, if an enemy submits or say, I give up, all right, then we have to make them tributaries. But if they come back at us, then that's when we get the right to tear them the fuck up. So the Lord don't want the so-called white man to submit and bow down. No, He wants them to fight, all right? That way, by law, all right, Deuteronomy 20th chapter, we could just utterly fuck them up. Yahushua could just utterly murk the hell out of these nations, man, and that's what's going to happen. You see? But going back to the famine of the word, all right, even us going out there, all right, is not going to be forever. You know, it's just not. You know, we're going to go out there as long as Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai allows it, and the Spirit is allowing that, you know, to be the law to go out there and teach, all right? But it's going to come a time when things are going to get so bad out here and crazy and hectic that's just not going to be the best move, man. You see what I'm saying? So get this while you can. And the fucked up shit is, you have people out there that are sincerely watching the videos, and want to get it, but guess what? Next thing you know, a brother that's teaching, his channel is blocked for a month, man. That's how come, we encourage having multiple channels, all right? And you the listeners out there that are taking notes and growing and what have you, subscribe to multiple channels of brothers, man. Subscribe to multiple channels of brothers, man. All right. Like I said, my main channel is GMS Overdrive 144, but I haven't been able to put a video of that in over a month. You see what I'm saying? But I have multiple different channels or what have you. But even then, sometimes you get lost. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many GMS camps. My suggestion too is, subscribe to the apostles, all right, the elders, all right, and then just stick to one camp. Just stick to one camp, because we pretty much all say the same thing. That way you can kind of follow, the particular teacher you're learning from or what have you, and build that way. Hey man, we're not gonna stop though. On our end, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we're gonna keep pushing as much videos, as much channels as the spirit allows, man, because this devil is going hard and we have to go even harder. All right, we're carrying the torch. All right, like in the Olympics, we're carrying this torch, man. All right, we can't stop till that flame is lit. See? And to the brothers out there on the teaching aspect, okay, for the teachers, Apostle Elder Tahas told us after camp that he asked us, or he said something to the effect of like, if you were the last person with this truth, what would you do? So you got to treat yourself like that. You got to treat yourself like, I'm the last person with this truth. I can't just sit idle, all right? I have to get this thing out there. That's the kind of mindset I have, Like, I got to do a lesson. I got to feed the flock. Brothers are listening. Just prophecies are happening, all right? There's always something to talk about. There's always something to revisit in these scriptures, all right? We got to put together these lessons, all right? That way the flock may get fed. And that's what the book of Proverbs tells you, man, all right? The righteous is diligent to know the state of their flock, man, all right? You don't want a flock that's all skinny and fucking malnourished and, you want to make sure they're healthy and firm and get an abundance of lessons and different topics, That's our job, all right? Because guess what? We're farmers, all right? We're shepherds. Okay, I'm talking about the teachers in Israel, man. We're shepherds, man, all right? And we got to do our due diligence, all right, to make sure that, brothers get fed and grow, all right? That way when, the Spirit allows, now they can be teachers, all right? But the so-called white man is coming down. He's tightening things up. You pretty much seen what he did to Alex Jones. Alex Jones had to pretty much make his own shit, man, because they'll sue you. Look, man, when the so-called white man is ready, when the so-called Jews are ready to make their move, they could collapse anybody. So what they do to Kanye, no matter how much money you have, man, all right? It's very hard to get your voice out there when they pretty much control all platforms, They have influence of all platforms. They could do cyber attacks. They could do so many things. But guess what? The word of the Lord shall not go out void, pursuant to the book of Isaiah 55 and 11. All right? And it's going to go out as much as the Lord needs it to go out. I'll say that much. You see? Because even though not everybody that listens, okay, is going to be a follower, but guess what? The Most High has to judge the scoffers. So the Most High literally wants scoffers to also get taught this thing so they can scoff and get judged. You see? So the Most High's trick bag is crazy. The Most High really wants us to put together these lessons and aggravate these scoffers that he may judge them scoffers too. So, hey man, that famine of the word is around the corner, all right? As you can see, things, as we always been saying for a number of years, things are progressing, man, all right? Things are progressively moving towards the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. We can't stress that enough. That is the mark of the beast. The RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. And if you take that, okay, you are not one of the Lord's, all right? You can't take it out, cut it off. If you have the elect, that will not befall you, all right? Yahweh Shem shall give you death before that, man. You see? That is the hour of temptation. And if anybody else is teaching otherwise, then the Spirit of the Lord ain't working with them, man. All right? Either they are truly blinded, or they've taken some deal with the so-called white man, all right, to deceive, okay? And when that gets implemented on a major scale, all right, when that gets implemented on a major scale, and guess what? It's not just going to be brothers resisting it. You have Edomites in the Bible Belt that they're going to be fighting against this thing, man. A lot of people not going to be with it. That's just going to cause a lot of sedition, man. All right? These things will come to pass. You know? Isaiah 14:24 tells us that, man. Surely if I spoken, so shall it come to pass. All right? So, if the Most High spoke these things via his prophets, all right, which is talking with the apostles and elders on down, brothers, great millstone, that's what we are, saying the things in the scriptures before they happen, okay, then it's going to happen. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. These things will come to pass. So, get as much food as possible, all right? You can see the apostles are constantly feeding, brothers are constantly feeding, all right? Putting up lessons and putting up our shows. Subscribe to, you know, as much, just get as much as you can, man. Just understand that this thing is not gonna be accessible forever, man, all right? It will come to a close, all right? And that's according to the scriptures. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Ba'ashim Chakodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the whole elect out there, you Akim to Zdakim that do this thing that most truth and sincerity. Shalom.